turn up. I'm breaking in. I'm at the pearly gates, but they won't let it in. I told the devil, I said, I ain't trying to sin, yeah. No, I ain't trying to sin, yeah. Pray to the Lord, Daddy, let me in. I'm breaking in.
Everybody, I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. We have a couple of confident teams coming into today's game. Both walked off the field with victories last time out. It's the Buccaneers going up against the Panthers. With that, we'll send it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. They've got the call in this Week 5 matchup.
And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault. And that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Tonight, we wind up Week 5 with a good battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Carolina Panthers. They'll come out in the pistol. Now a play fake here on first down. And his first look is incomplete. When we look at this unit like we are now, Greg Olsen has become such a reliable target in this league.
Loves to be considered the #1 option in the passing game in the offense he plays, and he lives up to it. Knows the defense is set for him, knows how to beat them.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. 2nd and 10, Newton again. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Newton on 3rd down. And he will find his man on the outside. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him, and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now they try the right side here. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. You talk about explosion plays. There's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate. Big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. He takes this for 3 to the 29. Tackle made by K'Wan Short. And Jenkins is a guy in this offense that I know you like to talk about.
Absolutely love to talk about Austin Seferian-Jenkins. His ability to play in any position, whether it's as a wide receiver or as an inline tight end, his versatility, some of the best in the league.
You even gave him the full name there. Austin
Seferian-Jenkins. He is the real deal.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
When I watch plays like that, I give a lot of thanks that my DNA did not make me an offensive tackle, because that is a very difficult job to hold your block against a really good defensive end and hang on to it so your runner can get to the edge and do it without holding. I don't know that that's really possible for very many people.
And they'll be in search of 11 yards here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Winston finding time. Going to throw right side here, complete. 15 yards through the air on a 1st down. Nothing flashy there, the slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play. And you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch. And then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
They go play action here on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete. The former Clemson Tiger, Sharon Peak, was the target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. And the starting defense here for the Panthers.
K'Wan Short came out of Purdue as one of the top-rated defensive tackle prospects. Now he's one of the top-rated NFL players.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. A 2nd down throw for Winston. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. 3rd and short yardage. Winston. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And his throw here is incomplete. On the defensive side of the ball, we're going to look at the starters for Tampa Bay. And, Charles, how about Vernon Hargreaves?
A pick they were excited to make because in their division, they've got to have guys who can slow down some of the best receivers in the league. And Vernon Hargreaves fits that profile. Very sharp, very intelligent. He operates well on the corner.
The tight end, Olsen, in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line.
They were full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key 1st down.
A really nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
Here's Newton now on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Throwing on third down, Newton. His throw caught right around the 6, and he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Cam Newton, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And they wasted no time right down near the goal line, and they just sneak it in.
Just do what you need to do. Big guys going up front. Have the field general, the leader, just fall in behind him.
Now after the touchdown, it's Sturgis to send it away. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone here. So it's a touchback and bring it out to the 25. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Winston now. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Lose the guys up front, or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make this a second down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. But he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. And on the ground they go with a running back. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down. The slot man in motion right. Newton. Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay! A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught.
Concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Carolina getting set to take the field. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
In motion right is Benjamin. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down." They love being physical.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And he'll give it here to his running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, that defensive win reminds me of something a coach of mine used to say all the time. If you really want it, you'll find a way to go get it. And the defense did exactly that.
The tight end, Olsen, in motion. They'll try the air now with Newton. Oh, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there. Well, he just threw an interception last drive, nearly another pick.
And things aren't very even right now, are they? It's a little bit sloppy out there, isn't it? It's kind of the difference between driving on those paved roads and those country roads that have those potholes in them, isn't it? 'Cause that's the way this game's going right now. A lot of bouncy bounce to it.
You spent some time on some Tennessee country roads.
I certainly have. Plenty of family back there. God love them.
A shotgun snap for Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Noah Spence in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Shift together here from the D-line. Play action now. Winston. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. So a big sack on 2nd down. Now let's see what the offense has in store for 3rd. They come out 5 wide. 3 of them to the right side. Jameis to throw it. Trying to lay one up deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
They're definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over,
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover, and wow, now we've got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
Slot man moves right. Newton on 1st down. Now they go screen. It's complete. A big play there on the screen pass. 30 yards.
A well-executed screen pass means the offensive line has bluffed the defenders. They make them think that they can just get through and get to the quarterback. Instead, they're setting them up. Little screen pass, lofted over them, and now they're in front, and they get downfield for big yardage when they do it right.
They come out here in the eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And some room to maneuver. 20. And now the rookie's free. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Now after the touchdown, it's Sturgis to send it away. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Jameis now on 1st down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown. Aguayo on for the PAT. And it's good. The deficit 6, 20-14. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And with a new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And they'll run it here. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
The slot man in motion right. Now a handoff looking right. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. And the wideout in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 4th down. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. First and 10, Winston. Incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
So second and 10 here. Throwing again, Winston on second and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. Past the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bucs are just an extra point away from grabbing the lead now. The point after now for Aguayo. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. So the D-line's going to spread out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
Now that's a run that warms a play caller's heart because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You can come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum. Or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top. Or you now feel like you have an extra down to play with. Because if you go ahead and just throw it and you don't get it, come back and try and pick it up on third down.
In motion right is Benjamin. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork. And they had a little...
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. To throw on second down is Newton. Surveying the field. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Third and long, it's Newton. He's going to go up top again. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Here's the Panthers punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That's taken it around the 40. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath As we send you down to Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They'll come out in the pistol. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now they try the right side here. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
Six yards to go here on second down. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
So following the run, we'll see what they do here on third down. And they give this time to the tailback. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
They come out here in the eye. Now a handoff looking right. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
Seven yards to go on second down. On play action, Winston. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off by Trey Boston. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. William Golston, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Second down, here's Newton. Now they set up the screen, that's complete. So the screen good for only 2, now it's third down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
A shotgun snap for Newton. He's going to let this one go deep. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. So out come the Bucs now. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
You were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you were throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it.
And Jameis intercepted a third time. It's the safety, Kirk Coleman. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now following the interception, here's Newton. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
The screen was executed and completed, but where's the worry on the play? How many times is a quarterback going to get hit? Because offensive linemen have to do an acting job of making sure it looks like they're whiffing on blocks. But you got to slow them down a little bit, because if you don't, That's a lot of big guys coming at your quarterback in a big, fast way. And, boy, he can get hurt.
And we're back now in Charlotte. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. They come out here in the eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
From our vantage point, that was just one bad play by the offensive line in a series of really good ones tonight. But I know that they're going to be really ticked off. It's a lot like a baseball pitcher losing a no-hitter late in the game.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And the tight end, Olsen, right side. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Now stopped him in his tracks. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Now a handoff here to his running back. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now if you want to take a shot on 2nd down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Second down following the run. A handoff as they run the counter play. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one. He's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from tilting the rock that much.
It's 3rd down, 6 yards to go for the offense. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On 3rd down, Winston. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And the offense can string something together, but they'll need to do it quickly here to try to get points on the board and win this game. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
He's had a big game tonight, and while no one's going to be overly concerned about that last play, you also know that the offense coordinator does not want to see that happen again. They want to get back to doing what they've been doing all game long.
Even score late in the fourth. Let's see if the defense can play within themselves, not give up the big play and contain, and keep this knotted up. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Now they'll run it on the toss. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Winston from the gun on third down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. A very solid gain of 27. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. And they'll go on the ground. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And the offense behind the chains here, a touch on 2nd and 11. Again, we'll see the pistol here. And again this time to the tailback. And he was able to shed. The Panthers are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
And the tackle's made there by one of the secondary members. And I can guarantee you, having played that spot in the huddle right now or on the field, they're urging for a little bit more support from the guys up front. I actually remember one game where I hopped over a defensive lineman to make a tackle downfield and realized he was 10 yards downfield. That's not good. That's being driven off the line of scrimmage, and you can't have that if you're going to win a game on defense.
They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there with time running out. And the Bucs have taken the lead. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Panthers coming out now. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Back to throw. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for Tampa Bay, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Charlotte, good night, everybody.
of dawn, Monday morning coffee, strong, pouring everything you got into a paycheck Friday night. You're a power stroke, diesel backhoe riding king, 18-wheeler driving, living life in between the lines of clocking in and quitting time. Then the six-string circus comes to town. We hang them speakers over the crowd. When the lights come